friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking specifically into a no contact and or separation situation. What is their next move going to be? And I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is the Smith-Waite Borderless Tarot. And pile number two is the Guide Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking me to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. There is going to be an extended for this reading, so let's take a look at what you can expect in the extended. So in the extended, we will look at what does their higher self want to say to you, what are the blocks or delays, and how is your person aligning to the highest possible outcome. Okay, so details for the extended is going to be there in the description box below if you'd like to check it out. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi, pile one. For those of you who chose the Smith-Waite Borderless Tarot, this is going to be your reading, right? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, pile one, specifically for no contact and no separation situation, what is your person's next move? Let's look into that. Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Fool, the Empress. Your person's coming forward. Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords, the World. Yes. All right, your person's definitely coming forward. They're making a move, all right? Give me a few seconds. Let me also pull the Oracle cards as well. But I just wanted to let you know that the energy right off the bat is that your person is coming forward. 5151 innovation. I am manifesting. Yes, I did get that energy as well. It's very strong. Your person making a move, like the desire within them, judgment, cherish what you have here and now. All right, so there's definitely been some kind of conflict in this situation, some kind of argument, and it looks like both of you may not be speaking to one another because of this argument, or even if both of you are speaking to each other, it looks like you are not really tackling the source of the problem. Both of you are trying to be okay with each other, or both of you are just having maybe pleasantries, surface level conversations, but the energy behind the two of you, like underneath, it's intense. And your person recognizes it as well. Their next move towards you is having an honest conversation about what happened between the two of you, or to resolve this problem that happened between the two of you. For some of you, it is a conversation. For others of you, I am seeing that your person is going to initiate, or they are going to create an environment where both of you can talk about it. So maybe deciding to spend time, or maybe meeting up for coffee. So they will initiate that, so that there will be an opportunity for both of you to talk about it. Conversation seems to be clearing a lot of the intense energy between the two of you that could have been working against the two of you. So for some of you, I am seeing limited contact. I'm not seeing complete no contact, but yes, for some of you, I am seeing complete no contact. And this, for some of you, I am getting the energy that this could have spanned years. maybe this argument or this fight between the two of you, or this disagreement, this not being on the same page, maybe it was just that intense that both of you never really felt comfortable talking to each other. Maybe you were forced to meet in social events, or maybe even if you bumped into each other is also what I'm hearing. You would exchange pleasantries, but you would never really feel comfortable around each other. Yeah, that's going to shift, Palwan, because that seems to be your person's intention. They want the energy between the two of you to clear, however that could be for your connection. So for some of you, this doesn't even have to be a romantic connection. This could be a platonic one, a familial one. It could also be a work relationship as well. There's something about the friction in the air and your person hates it. So they are going to find ways to clear the air between the two of you and kind of complete a cycle where it's just been uncomfortable or awkward because of what's gone down between the two of you. So your person's going to initiate the opportunity for both of you to clear the air. That is their next move towards you. It might be very innovative, or it might be a different idea. So for some of you, it's not going to be your person directly just texting you and saying, hey, can we talk? Though for some of you, I am seeing that. But I also do get that it's going to be first an indirect approach, like creating that opportunity first rather than directly speaking about it. So for some of you, it could be maybe like I said, meeting up for coffee, and then both of you have the opportunity to talk about it. Or can we go have maybe a fun day and then talk about it at some point, or picnic. So there's something that's not a direct route. It seems to be curved. That's the vision that I am getting within me. And I think that both of you have been thinking about this connection, and both of you don't like that energy between the two of you. It's uncomfortable. And I think that at one point, this connection, both of you were very free with each other, and to kind of get to this point where it's weird or both of you are not talking to each other, I think that it might have been something that has saddened you. It's saddened your person. So there is a desire to at least end that cycle and possibly create something new, or even get back to how things were between the two of you. So there is two things, and it's kind of like, we're here today. So much time has passed in this negative energy, or this misalignment, or just this frustration, this awkwardness between the two of us. I don't want that anymore. Let's be more present. Let's focus on the now. If there were any judgments in the past that were made, any misunderstandings, I'm hearing quick judgments. So maybe one or two of you felt like you were misunderstood by the other person. And there's something about, time running out, let's live in the now. That's also coming to me. And with cherish what you have, I think that this connection was precious to the two of you at some point, and it still is. But maybe the awkwardness or the energy between the two of you is just a little bit, it's not what both of you would like. And I think that there is a desire, even on your person's end, to just make it a little bit more easy between the two of you, like the energy clearing between the two of you. And that is what their next move is going to be towards you. It might be indirect, yeah, but it is going to lead to a conversation about what went down. So they might not directly tell you that, hey, I want to go on this, let's go out for coffee so that we can talk about this. No, it won't be like that. It will be, let's go out for coffee, and then as both of you start interacting with each other, then they will slowly bring it up. Or as there is that little bit of comfort that goes on between the two of you, then they will bring it up. Or, just spend time with you and then bring it up. So there's something indirect about the approach, which is why we have 5151 coming up with innovation. But even though it's sneaky energy, I would say the intention behind it is because they don't want to put you on a defensive mode, or they don't want you to be on high alert. They actually want both of you to first, calm down, maybe ease into each other's energy, and then, be comfortable enough to bring up the conversation or the topic of discussion. All right. So that's also one more reason. So I wouldn't say it's sneaky energy. It actually feels like they're just concerned about, maybe you saying no, or maybe they feel that it's going to be awkward if they were to bring it up before both of you have a chance to even talk about it. Or if you meet for that intention, then it will just be very awkward. So your person kind of wants it a little bit flow a little bit flowy is what I'm hearing, but also just a natural progression of both of you spending time together. That's also one more message. So don't be upset if they don't directly approach you with it, because they're clear in their mind. It's just that they want to make sure that both of you are comfortable before that conversation comes up. All right. So it looks like a cycle is closing out between the two of you, or at least that is what is the intention for your person. I think that they are kind of done with this heaviness. They're done with this awkwardness between the two of you, or if both of you have been escaping a particular conversation that's meant to happen, your person's ready for that conversation now. That's also one more message that's coming. Let's get more information, or maybe anything else. That yes, your person's been overthinking about this. All right, it's a long time coming is also what I'm hearing, and yes, it's not going to be like, they're not going to be upfront about why they are asking you to meet, or why they're asking both of you to do something. They're not going to be upfront about it, and even the way that they ask it might be a little bit detached. Yeah, that's actually coming from a place of fear, all right? They don't know what to expect or how to go about things. So there's that inherent fear that comes through. I would just say go with the flow with your person. When they reach out to you, your person is the one who's going to reach out. If you feel comfortable, if you feel called to, you can also be the one to initiate, because I think that your person's energy is very open at this point in time. Either you initiate or they initiate, it's going to lead to the same outcome is also what I am seeing over here, because overall, there is a deep desire to, just the heaviness has been getting to them, Pal One, and they just want to get out of this feeling of that intensity, and they want things to be better between the two of you, or go back to how it was. Right? Even if both of you have to start afresh, that's also something that they're open to, but they just don't want this energy. That's also another message that's coming through. But final message, maybe advice for you, I guess, would be, I would say, do have the be open to their energy when you are feeling stable and solid within yourself. That is important, Pal One. If you feel that you are still harboring resentment, or you're still harboring that anger, maybe you're not over it, and that's completely okay. Maybe you're still not at peace at what's happened. I would say delay the conversation on your end until you feel stable and secure within yourself. I think that there is a lot of desire on your person's end to reset the energy between the two of you, but for that you need to also be in that energy, right? You also need to be on the same page. You need to be ready for that reset as well. So until you step into that energy, I would say this conversation, or this route that your person's taking, it might not work. So make sure that you are also aligned in your energy as well. All right, let's take a look at what is coming through in the extended. Let's see. What does their higher self want to say to you? What are the blocks and delays? And how is your person aligning to the highest possible outcome? So these are the details that we will be looking into when we check out the extended. All right. Details for the extended is going to be there in the description box below if you'd like to check it out. This is where I will leave you. Oh, that was a very big firecracker. Yeah, so even though it's after Deepavali, I think people have like leftover firecrackers, so they're bursting it at this point in time. Plus, 2 days out of the Deepavali, it was raining quite heavily, so I don't think that people were able to burst crackers during that time. So I think that they're just compensating for that after Deepavali, when it's not raining anymore. All right. So yes, that was actually a very big firecracker. Alrighty, Pal One, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. Pal One, take care. Trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi Pal 2, for those of you who chose the guide tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Ready. How to specifically for no contact and your separation situation. What is your person's next move? Let's get into that. The Star, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. Okay. I also have your Oracle cards. We have 5656 with learning, focusing on learning and personal growth. I am unstoppable. Never stop exploring. Overwhelmed. Clean it up. All right, your person's next move is more internal than it is external, pal two. Your person has been juggling a lot of things in their life, and I think that your person might have been very drained in their life. Maybe, you know, just, I don't see anything going bad per se in your person's life. I think that it has just been a lot happening in your person's life, or even just them going through different experiences that need their attention, that need their time. I think that in this space that's been given between the two of you at this point in time, your person has also been healing some of the wounds related to this connection. Maybe as they, you know, involve themselves in different circumstances, different situations in their life, not necessarily painful. I even feel, even the happy ones, even where your person feels like it's good to them, you know, it feels good to them, or it kind of invigorates them. Even in those moments as well, there has actually been a lot of healing going on with respect to this connection, so much so that your person may have started to think, though this is a little bit of nascent energy and I'm not feeling it too big, it's just there's like a spark and it's the starting point. They might be considering, you know, how things were, or how things were between the two of you and how things could be between the two of you. Maybe starting to play around with the idea of maybe coming back in, or maybe starting something new between the two of you. This connection could have had a false start in the beginning, or much time might have passed in this no contact as well, but they're starting to play around with the idea of some kind of a new beginning between the two of you. But more importantly, their next move towards you, towards this connection, is more about finding passion in their life, finding that stability within themselves, feeling good about their life, even though they may be juggling different things. I think up until now, it's been very overwhelming. Whatever your person has been going through, even if it's been good stuff, it's just been too much on your person. They've not been able to focus on themselves. They've not been able to focus on you. Maybe even, like, sometimes, you know, things can be going really, really well, but there is sometimes a growth process that needs to happen within you in order to handle that amount of success or that intensity of the blessing as well. So I feel like that is the energy that your person is in at this point in time. The more they feel stable in the environment that they're in, or in the situations that they're finding themselves in at this point in time, the more confidence they are building within themselves as well. So it's kind of like your person is evolving from the Page of Wands to the King of Wands. Someone who, you know, maybe at one point was just going with the flow. Maybe they didn't really know what to do, and it wasn't clear or it wasn't defined, but today they know exactly what they need to do, how they need to show up, what needs to happen. And there's also that passion, that energy for life as well. So that is also the energy. It's a little bit more internal. As I said, they need to find that happiness within themselves, that stability, that joy within themselves. And I also think that your person, through this process, may actually be working on certain aspects of themselves, more internal, that did not align with this connection as well, with clean it up. So I think that they're maybe in the joy that your person has been feeling in doing well in their life has actually been helping them heal certain wounds in the past, certain narratives that they had about themselves, certain limiting beliefs, certain insecurities as well. Would not be surprised if your person at one point in time, because we have an I am unstoppable, maybe your person did not feel very good about themselves, or did not feel that they were capable of anything, did not really recognize their inner power or what they were capable of as well, is also another message that's coming through. But I think that that may have translated into your connection, where your person maybe didn't understand why you wanted to be with them, constantly kept sabotaging the connection. Could have been your person constantly looking for validation from you, like To an extent, that is okay. We are humans, you know, we do seek validation sometimes in connections, and that's completely normal. Beyond a certain point, that becomes toxic, that becomes unhealthy, that puts a lot of pressure on the other person as well. That could have played out in your connection. There might have been self-sabotaging tendencies, or even just self-fulfilling prophecies, also what I'm hearing, where your person thinks that every relationship is doomed for them or nothing ever works out for them, and then they end up acting that way to prove it to themselves on a more subconscious level. So I'm seeing these situations play out for your person, but things are actually working out for your person at this point in time, and that by itself is changing the narrative that they have, that yes, I am capable, yes, I can do it, yes, I am unstoppable, yes, I have that power within me, you know, yes, things can actually go right for me as well. I can feel good about life, I can feel like I can achieve anything. And so that invariably translates into your connection, and it starts working through the limiting beliefs that your person had when they were showing up. So it is more internal at this point in time, but it does translate into your connection. And the more your person goes through these thought processes, the more they start entertaining the idea of maybe reaching out to you and saying hello, maybe restarting something that did not take place in the past. Like I said, I was getting a bit of a false start energy. Maybe your person disappeared even before things could take off between the two of you, or the moment things started getting more and more intense between the two of you, maybe your person ended up sabotaging the connection. So they are playing around with the idea of maybe a restart of sorts between the two of you. So the more they heal, the more they're cleaning up, you know, limiting beliefs that no longer serve them, the more they're feeling the urge within themselves to maybe give this a shot. You know, I'm feeling good about myself. I feel like I'm capable. Maybe I can also handle this relationship. Maybe this thing will work out this time because I'm feeling good about myself, or I feel good enough to handle this connection, or I feel good enough about myself and I trust that maybe things will work out this time. You know, that's kind of the energy that's coming through as well. So it is evolving though, Pal 2. It will take time for it to completely solidify. I am seeing nascent energy, but the more your person feels good about their life, the more they feel secure within themselves, the more they start feeling like, yes, I can do it. Yes, I do have it in me, or yes, good things can happen to me. Yeah, the more they feel ready for some kind of a new start between the two of you. That was someone bursting a firecracker. It is post Deepavali, but I think that people are kind of finishing up with the firecrackers that have remained after the festival. Also, we had like 2 days, 2 evenings where it was raining very heavily, and so I think people were not able to burst firecrackers during that time, so they're bursting it right now. Just wanted to say that, yeah, that's a firecracker. Okay, let's get more information. Yes, I think that this is creating, first off, there are things happening in your person's life that are slowly building, that are slowly creating that stability for your person to lean on as well. I think that maybe things were very volatile in your person's life at one point in time, but now it's starting to stabilize. They're starting to feel secure in their life. They're starting to feel like, yes, I've got a handle on things. Yes, this is my life and I feel good in it. I feel like I have something to stand on, is also the energy that is coming through. The more your person feels that way, the more they feel like adding your connection to that mix as well. But yes, it's still very new energy. I do want to point that out. It will take time for that to fully build. On your end, you know, if you've been worried about this connection, if you've been struggling to handle the energy of this connection, the message coming through is trust what you are feeling about this connection. All right, I think that you might have already been getting this waves of these emotions like on a more 5D, on a more intuitive level. You just know that things are shifting. The energy of your connection is shifting dramatically because your person is shifting in their energy as well. If there are lessons playing out on your end, maybe lessons on your personal growth, maybe certain aspects that you've been holding on to, certain burdens, maybe in your life as well, maybe past narratives that have been too heavy for you, you might be having a push on your end to let that go, to release that as well. So that's also one more kind of heads up coming through for you, that if you've been fully feeling that pull, yeah, it's actually in relation with your connection. You might also be called to clean up things on your end as well. I do see a shift in the cycle. I do see some kind of opportunity for both of you to maybe see what could go, or what could happen between the two of you when you are more aligned. I see that opportunity, but yeah, if there are heavy things that you've been holding on to, you might also like overnight just feel like it's time to let that go, and you might slowly be working towards that as well. All right, let's take a look at what we can expect in the extended. So we'll look in the extended, what does their higher self want to say to you? What are the blocks and delays? And how is your person aligning to the highest possible outcome? Okay. So we'll look into this in the extended. Details for the extend is going to be there in the description box below. Pile 2, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. Pile 2, take care, trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.